I'm Jeffrey Brown, author of Batman and Robin and Howard, and you're on Comics Online.
We're here at the DC booth, high above Comic-Con, and I'm here with Jeffrey Brown, not that other Jeff Brown, but Jeff Brown, who has been doing Batman and Robin and Howard. I keep forgetting that guy's name. I saw you had the free comic book day one, and then you had a whole volume of the first volume. Can you tell me a little bit about how this whole thing came about?
Yeah, so when DC started doing their new initiative to like do more younger reader books, they invited me to pitch, and I was like, I'd love to do something with Batman, but I don't really have any specific ideas. But I did have this other idea for a story that had been kicking around in the back of my head about like two teenage kids in middle school, high school that were they were rivals, and they end up becoming friends. And I was like, oh wait, what if I make one of the kids is Robin, the other kid is just a random kid, and Batman is Robin's dad, and it all clicked together. So the basic story is Batman is Bruce Wayne, of course, and Robin is Damian Wayne, his son. And Damian ends up going to this new school where he meets this kid Howard, who is kind of he's one of the good athletes. He's smart, he's popular, and Howard thinks I'm going to show the new kid around the school, and Damian thinks no, I'm so awesome, I don't need to be shown around. I'm going to show you what's what.
So not different in your universe.
So a little bit of your what you expect from Robin, but then I try to dive in and show Robin as well, why is he like that? And then over the story, Robin and Howard actually become friends, and they have to solve a mystery because at some point Batman goes missing, and they have to figure out what happened. So, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, Batman is one of those characters. I'd always thought it'd be really fun to do a Batman story, and my Batman is a dad, so he gets to be the awkward, embarrassing dad. So.
And that's awesome. So you're, I think fans will know you from your Star Wars parentage illustrated books.
Yeah.
And so today, I guess, as soon as this comes out, we can finally release that you've got another volume coming of Batman and Robin and Howard. Can you tell us about that?
So it's the sequel is Batman and Robin and Howard Summer Breakdown. It's going to be released as 3 individual issues initially, later collected. And so yeah, it's summer break, of course. No school for Robin and Howard, so they get to patrol with Batman maybe, but then things start happening around the city of Gotham that don't make sense, and Damian's mom shows up, and
that's never good.
So there's family drama. They meet some new friends. There's maybe some new villains. New to my Batman, not necessarily new, but
so in what ways does your Batman and Robin universe differ from the non-all ages version?
I think I try to always start, even when I'm working with superheroes or Star Wars, start from the real world, and so a lot of what I'm writing about is mundane everyday stuff, and it's Robin isn't necessarily mad because he got his butt kicked by some supervillain. He's mad because his friend said something that made him feel weird, and now he's doesn't know how he feels, and so I like a lot of that real world stuff that maybe is behind the action, although there is some action in this book too.
So exploring feelings with Damian Wayne, that's a really novel approach, frankly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice. How did you get involved with DC to begin with? Because obviously before, like I say, you were doing the Star Wars stuff. Did you do anything else all ages before those?
Yeah, so I'd done, the middle grade Jedi Academy series, and that was probably maybe like the main reason that DC thought like maybe I could do something for their younger readers line. And so Jedi Academy is middle school set in the Star Wars universe, and it's the same thing. You know, it's like it's just normal everyday middle school stuff, like trying to figure out who's a true friend and who's the bully, and being late for class, but there's lightsabers and droids. And so with Batman, it's like I was able to like take that same kind of thing, except it's like, you know, it's like you're working in your school projects, but then at night you've got to go, you know, fight, you know, Mr. Freeze or something.
What drew you to the middle school aged type stories to begin with?
I think, well, for one thing, so I kind of covered like a lot of like the younger kid parenting kind of stuff with the other Star Wars books, and I had started out my career as a cartoonist doing autobiographical books for grown-ups about awkward, embarrassing moments in relationships and things, and so it was like middle school was like that one area where like I hadn't really like done anything with middle school before, and you know, as my kids were growing older, like, you know, like seeing them approach middle school and thinking like, so it just kind of made sense. We were like, I'm watching my kids and reading middle grade books with them, and so it just kind of happened naturally. Like it's like, yeah, this is a area like that I could explore.
Are you you know, trained in psychology? Because I kind of get that feel from you.
Am I trained in psychology? Most definitely not. And I should.
Did you go to college for that sort of thing?
No, I did not. And like it's funny because it's like, you know, when I was writing about relationships, people would ask me for relationship advice. And it's like, did you not read the books? You should not take advice from me. I don't know what I'm doing. But you know, for me, art is about like being authentic, and it's like so it's like when I'm writing about, you know, Damien and Howard being rivals and like those feelings you have as a kid, and it's like this is my best friend, but then they did something awesome and they're getting like all the accolades and I'm sitting here left out. It's like just dredging up those feelings and like exploring that, and like I don't know what it means, and like I'm clearly in need of therapy if you knew me more. But
well, it seems like you're bringing therapy to your audience.
Yeah, I just don't know that I'm doing it. It's just, yeah, I'm just drawing, like all I know that I'm just drawing fun comics with superheroes with feelings. So
fair enough. Do you have any ambitions to write any you know, mainstream superhero comics?
You know, that's another thing. So I have an idea that has been kicking around in my head for like a limited series, and like it's pretty fully formed, but it's just like when I have time, and I've always approached my work as like, you know, I'll go where things lead me instead of trying to like feel like I need to do something now. So I have this idea, and maybe I'll get to it someday. So it's always a possibility.
Right on. Well, thank you, Jeffrey Brown here at Comic-Con 2023. You'll see Volume 2 begin.
I think November is what we're aiming for the first volume. So
well, we can't wait.
Robin and Howard's Summer Breakdown.
Excellent.